coach, first of all, can you kind of just give your initial impressions of the team with only a couple games under your belt?
Yeah, we're moving along. Obviously, we haven't given up a goal in 200 minutes, so that's a positive. Only scored one goal, so we've got to work on that. Working on creating some chances. But I think we're starting to come together. I like the pieces. We just got to get a little bit better, and that'll start with a good game against a veteran Canisius team tomorrow.
Who on this team do you really look to lead, and then how does that kind of manifest itself on the field?
Well, we've got three good captains. Jimmy Higgs in goal, Connor Corrigan, who hasn't been able to play with an injury, and then DeJuan Jones. So those are three captains. I think those guys can all be good leaders. And I think we've also got some seniors like Ryan Sierakowski, Hunter Baroni, Freitag, and some juniors in Giuseppe that can also be good leaders.
And, are those guys vocal, or is it sort of more of a lead by example type of thing?
It's kind of a lead by committee right now with this group. I think sometimes any of them can be vocal, some of them lead by example. It just kind of depends on what the need is, who's playing well, and who's confident. And so I think it's been working out pretty well.
How do you manage the expectations of this team after a pretty successful season last year, high ranking to start this year? What's your kind of message to the team about that?
Yeah, well, this year, the rankings now don't really matter. It's how you finish. Last year we got ranked pretty well all year. I was more concerned about how we were ranked at the end of the year. So being ranked 5th or 7th or whatever we are right now doesn't really matter. This team's got a lot to prove. Every team's got to, make their own mark on their year. So we're just 2 games into it. So we just got to focus on getting a little bit better every day, and I think that team's starting to do that.
Soccer's obviously a sport where you can feel like you're dominating for 90% of the game, but then if you're the team that gives up 1 goal, then you're the team that doesn't get any points from that game. How do you manage a situation where you feel like maybe the way you're playing doesn't always match up with the scoreline?
Well, it can be difficult, but I think if you do a lot of the things, or if you're controlling the ball, you're creating more chances, you're preventing counters and transition, you might end up losing a game once, so the chances are you won't lose many of them. And over the course of 17, 18, 20 games, you might drop 1 or 2, but you won't drop a lot of them. And so that'll be the key for us. When you start to get sloppy in transition defensively, or you don't put away your chances, then yeah, you could end up dropping more. But I think you just don't. That can happen once in a while. You just don't want it to happen all the time.
How would you describe this team's mentality?
They've been fun to work with. They're a pretty mature team. They're not perfect, but the work rate's been very good. I didn't think it was our best game against Tulsa, but I thought they worked hard. I just thought we could have maybe worked a little smarter. But they're a fun team to be around. They got good energy. I think they're confident. So it's an enjoyable group to be with.
It seems like, especially in the first half against Tulsa, there was a lot of pressing. Is that something that you really kind of preach as a point of emphasis, that you're going to attack the ball like that?
Well, I think we want to get on the ball as much as we can, and so if the other team has it, you got to get it back from them. So if it means by pressing, we'll do it. If it means sitting back and letting them kind of play and turn the ball over to us, we'll do that as well. So I don't really focus too much on it, but we want to get on the ball as much as we can and keep the ball in the attacking half.
So you don't feel like it's